Hi, I'm Verstine Henry, co-host of Truth or Talk Radio, which I co-host with my kick-ass co-host April Bowden. Please visit our website at truthertalk.com. You can come by our Facebook page, like us, say what's up, say hi, give us a shout out, give us some ideas and maybe some things you would like to see us talk about or some people you would like to hear us interview. And also you can follow us on Twitter. So we hope to hear from you soon. Anyway, so I'm coming to you today with another truther rant, and it's been interesting because it started off as kind of a rant, and then it kind of started. It's kind of started going off in a different path. So just kind of bear with me. Anyway, um, it started off as an article that's been circulating the web um, oh God, I don't know, a few years, at least to my knowledge, it's been around for a couple years. And this article is that a woman named Sophia Stewart is a mother of the Matrix. And actually, there have been different takes on this article. She's a writer, I'm sorry, I should say she's a writer and creator of the Matrix. Now, there's some articles that are just saying that they just talk about her being the writer and the creator, and there's other articles going around saying that she actually won a copyright infringement against, I think it's Warner Brothers. I think that's the studio that made it. And I've done some digging. What I've been able to find is basically I haven't been able to find whether she's won or not. I found a couple of court records stating that she won a judgment. Something else saying that she her case was allowed to proceed after a certain while because the studios had wanted it dismissed, and the court actually allowed her to proceed with her case, which I find very interesting because she must have at least had enough evidence to say that, to show that she had some creative ideas that were attached because to go up against a studio and even go get that far is very very hard. um, so I guess my beef or my rant today isn't necessarily about whether she won the copyright infringement or not, but it's whether she is an actual writer and why people are so quick to judge her and debunk her without listening to what she has to say and listening to her side of the story. I've heard some interviews on her, and she seems like a very sound, sane, super intelligent woman that that could have actually written something as intricate as intelligent as the Matrix. Um, and I also know as an artist that people steal your shit. I'm a screenwriter myself in Hollywood. I've born and raised in LA. I've had family members and friends in Hollywood for years, and I know that people will steal your shit, not just as a writer, as a musician, as a choreographer, as as because they have more money to tie you up in litigation. They have more power and influence. They can pay people off. Um, to not to testify. They can burn shit. They're fucking evil, and they're nefarious, and they don't care about anything or anyone. They don't care about anything. They want to make money, and they don't have a lot of creative ideas. They don't have source material really, which is called they either buy it or take it from people. When I say they, I'm talking about the Hollywood, the business people of Hollywood, right? Because all they want to do, movies is a money making business. All they want to do is make money and make movies so they can make money. Um, at the same time, I understand, that there is a collective unconscious, and there are a lot of artists who have similar ideas. So at times it can be hard to prove whether a studio did take your idea because of that fact. But I just find it interesting that she did had a case, and it was allowed to proceed. So I'm not sure if she's still fighting it, if it's been dismissed, if she lost the case. I don't know. I'm actually working on getting an interview with her because I would like to find out myself. And as you know, they're movie studios, or as you may or may not know, I should say, movie studios, they have what's called a non-submission policy. And basically this non-submission policy says that they don't accept submissions, meaning that you don't blindly submit your material to a studio without somebody on the other end saying that they're going to receive it, right? So a lot of aspiring writers, new writers, naive writers with the best of intentions who, a lot of times or sometimes are very talented, they will send their stuff into studios thinking that, they have the best screenplay out there and the movie studio is gonna read their screenplay and call them and hire them as a writer and make their movie. When in actuality, what they do, a lot of them do, is they have departments called coverage departments, and basically, if somebody submits a script to the studio, they keep it and they go through I guess stacks of scripts sometimes when they're out of ideas, and they'll have somebody write coverage or write a summary on the script. Then when that's done, they'll take it to execs or whoever will approve something like that, and then they'll hire another, if they like the idea, they'll hire another writer to rewrite the idea. Now, and if you come after that studio saying, hey, you took my idea, all they have to do is say, hey, well, how do we take your idea when we have a no submission policy? So it's kind of like, it's kind of fucked up, and people will do that. And there was a case I'm familiar with where this guy named Art Buchwald, he won for he sued Paramount because they stole coming to America from him. I think that was his original idea. He was able to prove that it was his, and he won. That's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's very, very rare. But it's interesting that I think when somebody talks about Sophia Stewart writing The Matrix, that there's so many people that are quick to debunk her. And I will say, from what I've seen, from to my knowledge, it's so many non-black people who are quick to debunk her without giving her the benefit of the doubt. And it really just frustrates me. And I feel that, it honestly has to do with our social conditioning. The fact that we have these ideas, and everybody, all races, we all have these like frivolous ideas about each other. We have these stereotypes that people judge each other by, or that we as a race live by. Either we buy into the stereotypes and we act on them ourselves, or people have these stereotypes about us and then they use it um, to judge other races, right? And this is from every angle. But I'm just saying, in this case, when you see black people, black women portrayed on TV, they're very ignorant, or they're booty shaken, or they're portrayed as like prostitutes, or they're dancing in a music video. And if they're anything other than that, people's conditioning gets challenged, and it's like too much for them. And I've even had conversations with people that were non-black that I'm talking to them, and I'll like throw out a reference, or I'll throw out a book, and they're like, oh, how did you know that? I'm like, well, how do you fucking know that? Like, I read that, I have access to the same books that you do. Why would you like, why is that such a surprise to you that I read and I know shit? So I feel like with this whole thing with the Sophia Stewart thing, really irks me. I feel like that there's some people that don't want to admit that maybe their first thought was that the reason why they're so quick to debunk somebody like that without even giving her the benefit of the doubt, or what even without even actually going to her interviews, which are listed, you can listen to them on her internet and listening to what she has to say, is the fact that in their mind that maybe they thought somebody, that it's impossible for a black woman to write something as intricate and as intelligent, as profound as The Matrix. Because they're not a lot, they don't have any examples of black women who do that. Their images of black women are black women who are like Rihanna or Beyonce, and they can sing and they can dance and they can shake their ass, but there's no way that they can write a screenplay that makes billions of dollars. It's just stupid. And also the fact that people are quick to just, with any conspiracy, quote unquote, that's out there, they're quick to believe anything that's saying debunk, with actually going to the source. themselves and kind of figuring out themselves. It's like people don't believe in real journalism anymore. People don't want to fucking make up their minds. They don't want to look at both sides of the story and then come to a conclusion. So I posted this article on my wall, and I've had some people make comments, and it's just I just get really frustrated. I was so angry, and I'm just wondering, well, I post, whatever I want on my wall. People are allowed to think what they think, but I just get so angry when some people are saying, well, no, 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 that's impossible, that never could have happened. So based on what? What are you basing your facts on, right? You're basing your facts on an article that says that I this idea, this theory that this woman could have written this movie is debunked. Basically, from what I read, is basically people's opinions talking about why they think it is debunked. And a couple of articles I did read were actually very racial, and they talk about, something to the fact, I think it was like IndieWire and one, it was IndieWire and Examiner. It wasn't the Examiner, it was another one called Examiner. I'll actually put those in the notes in the bottom if you want to read it as well, along with some of Sophia Stewart's interviews, so you can see what she has to say and kind of make up your mind for yourself. But yeah, a couple of them, they made a have one quote. It says, Stewart's lawsuit and conspiracy returns again and again, like a light-skinned relative that everybody whispers could pass for white at a black family reunion. The answer is like a family secret that grandmother will carry to her grave. That's fucking insulting. And that was from IndieWire, and there's another one that basically talks about like blacks complaining about how white people have stolen from them for years, and this just is another example. Well, it's true. People steal things, it's true. So I don't know, we do have a really deep fucking problem with race in this country that we need to talk about. And it pisses me off too that people want to think that it's automatically invisible because we have Obama as president. It's not the case at all. But anyway, um I would like, for anybody that listens to this video to kind of, take the other side, see what she has to say before you make up your decision. With anything, though, not just this, with anything. Think about where you get your information from, how you make your decisions about other people. Think about if it's your social conditioning. Because I come from a mixed family. I'm black, but I have relatives of different races, and I still I still have stereotypical ideas about different races and people of different statures and weights and age groups and ethnic groups and nationalities. Nobody is free from it. Nobody is immune to it. This is a problem we all have, and I don't think that because we have those ideas, it makes us a bad person. So the people that think that, that are quick to jump on her and say that this debunks or she's a liar and a fraud, I want you to really think about, am I making this decision really based on looking at both sides of the evidence, or am I making this decision based on my social conditioning? And if you really have the guts to look inside yourself and admit that, then that's fine. You're cool. You're a bad person. I mean, I'm sorry, you're not a bad person, right? Realize your social conditioning and move on. We're all social conditioning, but the fact, if we acknowledge it and we move on, it's cool. It's chill. Because like I said, we're all victims to it. And we're living in times where we're gonna have to learn how to fucking get along. We're at a crossroads on the earth. A lot of crazy shit is happening. We can't afford to fight. We need to talk about our problems, and we need to get this out in the open, um, and be honest with each other. I think that's the only way that we're gonna heal as a human species. That's the only way that we're gonna see true change. But I hope that we can start to do this collectively at a pretty fast rate. I know it might take some time, but we are kind of on a time crunch. So anyway, nice to Nice to say hi to you. Saying hi to you, saying bye. I will check you out. Please visit our website again, truthertalk.com. Like us on Facebook. Say hi, what's up? Follow us on Twitter. I'm out of here. See you next time, guys. Peace, truth, and love. Bye.